Welcome to the latest episode of What Did I Miss? This is an honor because we've had these gentlemen on individually, but today the force that is Zach Harper and Amin Elhassan joins, and we are a trio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, guys. First of all, I'd like to mock the fact that Amin is where now? Where are you right now?
I'm in Cleveland. If you couldn't tell from the sliver of gray behind me there, of sadness and pollution and rust.
Sadness.
I'm in Cleveland.
You seem very.
I've been wearing a vest.
Yeah.
This
is that a coat or no?
It's a bubble vest. I don't have a coat. I don't have a real coat. So I'm wearing layers. I decided I went undershirt.
You're moving like you have a neck brace.
What
You're
is
moving
wrong
very
with
stiffly. Like it's.
Well, I mean, because it's the microphone. I have to hold the microphone in a certain position so I don't go spiking off the meters. But yeah,
Wait, what's the temperature in Cleveland right now? Before you tell us this layer situation.
It's 52 right now, according to my watch.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
It's
So you're dressed appropriately.
It's cold here. It's 68 degrees here, and I don't like it. Sherman Oaks, not to brag.
Sherman Oaks. Wait, did you okay,
how's
how do
traffic,
you not own a coat?
asshole?
I mean, you've been to cold places a million times.
Yeah, I just don't like over time. I was like, why do I have these? And then I don't know. You know, I moved, so I don't know where they are. I'm sure they exist somewhere. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't know why I'm lying. I don't own a coat. I know for a fact I don't own a coat because I've seen the two coats that I had that I thought were coats, but the last couple of times I've been somewhere cold, people are like, that's not a coat. I'm like, then what is it?
What
It's
was
not
it?
a jacket. I don't know. It feels like a coat
Was
to
it a
me.
windbreaker? Windbreaker's not a coat.
No.
That's what they're talking about.
It's not a windbreaker. It has like pea coat material on the outside, but apparently it's too thin. It doesn't have goose down.
Are you describing what James Harden wore the other night? What are you talking
Yeah.
about? This is.
Sounds like a semi-vest.
How can it be a coat but not a coat? He's coughing.
Yeah, oh, God,
mean,
he's going to die. Please
I'm
don't
just
die.
saying.
Well,
it's-
actually die. It'll
First
be
of
a
all,
great podcast.
the listeners don't know what I did.
The
They don't know.
ratings be through the roof. Oh my God! Imagine how many downloads you do if you're like.
I mean, highest
died.
rated. Yeah, it's like a
dies
snuff
on
film
air.
podcast. We've been waiting on one of these. My whole life, I've been waiting on one of these. My bottom line is this: we are adults at this point, and I don't care where you live. You should own a coat for situations that you find yourself in right now because you knew that you were going to end up in a place like Cleveland again one day before you died. You knew this.
February.
Of course, the NBA loves to put the All-Star festivities in awesome cities like Cleveland.
Why
in February.
Why are they doing? Why does Adam Silver? And by the way, like I see my friends who cover the NFL and the NHL, and they laugh at us. Do you guys know that? They laugh at us.
Of course.
They're like, ha ha ha! Like the NHL. Where's your All-Star weekend? Vegas. Hey,
yeah.
NFL. Where's your Super Bowl? LA this year. Next year will be Arizona. The year after that in Vegas. Where's your Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Vegas. But that was after we moved it from Hawaii. Like it's just like, hey NBA, what are you doing? Well, we're doing Indiana, and then we're gonna do Cleveland, and then we're gonna
Chicago.
do Salt Lake
But at
City.
least-
I mean, what are we doing?
At least we get to go to Vegas when it's 125 degrees. You know,
Ah,
at least
that's a
we get
great
that part
point.
Of it. Yeah.
Man, you're right. Does the NBA hate everyone that covers the NBA? I never thought about that until just this second. Because now it feels like they do,
It would
guys.
explain a lot. It would explain.
It would
a lot.
explain a lot. I just love following you on Instagram because you've been so excited about your journey, and there you are. You made it in one piece. You've got 6 layers on, like some kind of weird eccentric.
Michelin Man. I look like the Michelin Man.
Like the kid from A Christmas Story.
Yeah, like some kid who just grabbed all of his older brother's stuff. Well done. I mean, anyways, the big news of the day, we got to talk F1. I'm just kidding. I was going to start it with F1, but I was like, no, they'll kill me. But there was actually news in F1, but no one cares about it. I really want.
I know
What
nothing
happened?
about
I'd
F1,
like
but
to know.
you know, hit
Oh,
me with it.
well,
I'm
I will
curious
tell you,
now, yeah.
Michael Massey, who was like, I mean, he was not, they're not saying fired because they technically offered him a different position, but he's at the head of the controversy that ended the season last year with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. He has been replaced. So he is no longer the arbiter of rules, which is sort of a big deal in the F1 ranks. But yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. I kind of feel like Lewis Hamilton had something to do with this, if you know what I'm saying.
Michael's out.
Yeah, he's out, but they've offered him a different role. I'm quotationing that because that's it's never a good
I mean,
thing.
that feels like
Mossy.
Yeah, Mossy out.
it feels like big news. Like it's
Big news
maybe-
if you
maybe
like
even-
F1.
Yeah, maybe even Mossy news.
It's
You know, like massive.
I mean, it is weird that Formula One isn't a bigger deal in the United States, right? When
Oh, it
It
is.
has so much mossy appeal all across the
I
world.
swear to God. Oh my God. You guys want to keep going?
Lionel Mossi.
Big fan. He's a big fan of Mossies.
They're
No,
telling me in Cleveland I got to go to this Italian restaurant. The pasta's all right, but the mozzarella cheese, mwah, molto bene.
I'm just going to sit here while you guys pun yourselves to death. So keep going. I'm here for all of it. Because this is what they do if you don't ever listen to them on Sirius XM. This is what they do the entire time.
Well,
all kidding aside.
Michelle, you know that I got a French bulldog not that long, like a few years ago, right? Because
Yeah.
I just couldn't. Like before, always had big dogs. Like I had a Mastiff dog. You know,
I'm going to
those are
kill you
big
both.
dogs.
I am going to fly to the places that you live and kill you both.
What'd you name your dog? Is it Baxter?
Boogie. Still Boogie. Yeah.
Boogie.
Boogie.
I always
You
thought
don't know
you'd name your dog after someone like a 20s gangster. You go, Marcy.
Oh, God. Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. Are you guys done? Do you have it out of your systems?
My favorite. So look, we all will eat trash food from time to time, right? We'll go to fast food or something. I
Daily.
don't want to hit any potential sponsor thing like that. But my favorite campaign has always been Taco Bell because I love to live Mossy.
Oh, God. See, that one's a stretch. No, now people have to think about it out loud.
See, here. What is this? Michelle, did you get another head of cheese sent to my room? Because there's this thing under my desk that's all mossy. Green.
This is the whole A block. Just keep going.
I think, to me, and granted, I'm biased, right?
Sure.
I'll bring it back to sports, okay? I'm biased because I am a 49ers fan, and I grew up a 49ers fan, so Jerry Rice is like a god to me. And I just think it's disrespectful when people say that the greatest receiver of all time is Randy Mossy.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Zach is so entitled. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He loves the Niners, the glamour team of the West Coast, right? He drives like exotic cars. It was a Bugatti. Then it was what is it now? Is it a Maserati that you have, Zach?
God, you're so stupid. All right, that was
People
good.
say that, like Stephen Colbert or, Steve Carell or, like, any of these legends of The Daily Show were, like, the best correspondents. But I always like kind of the second-tier people that didn't get enough shine. Like, I love Roy Wood Jr. I love Asif Mazvi.
What?
Asif Mazvi. Asif Mazvi.
Nailed it.
I knew it.
I got it.
I told you he'd run out. See, he run out. He ran out.
All right, Amin won this one. Can't believe it. Amin, you don't always win these either, by the way. Like, usually you lose them, I feel like, is what I've heard.
No,
You just
it's
shouted
because
to
we got to
a
move on.
make-believe friend in the hotel room.
My mother. It's my mother. My make-believe
It's
mother.
Ma, see? No, that was actually
Ma,
well
see?
done. I'm in awe of y'all's talent. That
Can
was
we get back to this episode of What Did I Must See?
Oh my God.
Oh, Jerome comes in from the top rope.
Why does the Canadian always have to interrupt with dumb shit? Actually, that was pretty good, Jerome. That was pretty good. Yeah. Damn, y'all are good. I'm not even going to try. I got nothing. That's how intimidated I am by all of this. Are we going to mock All-Star or not? What are we doing? Because I heard you guys yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
Skills challenge. See, that's exactly. It's different this year. Kind of.
They have, Michelle, they have.
Zach, how's it different? Zach,
How's
tell
it
us how
different, Zach?
All right, so in the past, they actually made a decent format in the past where it's 8 people and it's, 4 big men, 4 guards. Big men go against big men, guards go against best guard go against the best big man, and we have like a fun oh look, there's a center trying to dribble, like fun, right? Like you can get into that. It's no longer, no offense, Michelle, but like Tony Parker being hungover trying to get through the obstacle course, right?
Totally
like
offended,
it's no longer that. And then this year, I can't even imagine why, they decided we'll go with 3 teams. We've got the rookies, right? So I don't even know what rookie. It's Cade Cunningham and some boys. I don't know. Like I don't know who it is.
And
after
them
that.
boys. Evan
And them
Mobley.
boys.
Evan Mobley's
That kid
in
that's
it,
been doing
and-
No, Josh
it's not
Giddey's
Evan
been doing
Mobley
some stuff.
Because
it's
Josh
not.
Giddey's in there.
That's
It's not
weird.
Evan Mobley because he's on Team
Oh,
Cleveland
because Team Cleveland.
with Jared
that's right,
Allen
that's right.
and Darius
Yeah.
Garland, right? 'Cause
Which
it's
I think's
double-
going to win. But
Of course, because
else
their
do I know?
other competition is
Yeah.
not rookies.
Give me the
and
third
it's not
team.
Cleveland, and it's not another team. It's not veterans. You know who it is? It's Giannis and 2 brothers. Two of his brothers. One of them who gets to Chris Smith his way onto the roster in Milwaukee, and then another one is in the fucking G League. Sorry for swearing. It's in the G League. I've never even seen this Antetokounmpo brother before.
It's them Antetokounmpo boys.
Oh my
They're gonna
God.
come in hard.
You know my favorite thing? Michelle, me and Zach talked about this a little bit yesterday, but we did mention this, Zach, when we talked about it on the radio. Thanasis isn't just the human victory cigar and the guy, the Chris Smith of Milwaukee, whatever. He's also the guy that almost derailed the Bucks championship by catching COVID.
Right.
Like, never forget that. Like,
But somehow
he
he
hangs
hang
out-
out with his brother during the finals, during the time where he had COVID. Like, how did
Maybe
that
we
work?
lost a test. Maybe a test got misplaced there.
I feel like, I mean, with siblings, if I'm Giannis, like I don't want this format. Like this is not in my best interest. I have enough of my brothers in my life. Like this is my own thing. I am one of the faces of the league. I don't want to drag my brother's carcasses around in a skills competition when I could still be doing this with other people that are, relevant. Dare I say?
No, Michelle, you're missing the point here. This is Giannis. He was leaving his house, and he said, "Mom, I'm headed to the All-Star game." And she said, "Take your brothers with you." Like, Mom, it's a work thing.
And that's what it feels like. And I would love to have been a fly on the wall in the meeting that gave us this scenario because I don't really get it. I also feel like, is this me being an ass? Yes, probably. But
Yeah, just
did I, like that's I should have
on
just
the
not
show.
even.
Yes.
Okay, I am an ass. But that being said, have I gotten too old? Like, does the All-Star weekend not get me excited like it once did? Am I missing something?
Have you lost that love and feeling, Michelle? Is that what you're saying?
Did I? I think I
Spark's
did.
not there anymore. See, you know why? You know what usually happens when you lose that spark, when you fall out of love? It's usually because someone stopped trying. That someone is Adam Silver. Let's review, shall we?
Let's go down that road, shall we?
Number one. Hey, guys, I know. Let's have the All-Star weekend in Cleveland. That's one,
One strike.
Right?
Yep.
Right. Number two, the skills competition format that we just outlined right there.
Yeah, no.
Number three, and this is going to be a fun one. Michelle, can you name the 4 dunk contest participants this year?
I can only, no, because I could cheat because I have it right next to me right here. But
No, don't look at the paper. Just
if you
don't
would have
type it.
asked me, like, I would have been able to name one, honestly.
Who-
I would have
who would be
named
the
Green.
one?
That would have been it.
Okay.
That's it.
So
Otherwise,
Green
I'm
and
out.
Toppin, I'm like, okay, all right. Like,
That's the show,
those
right?
are legitimate dunkers.
Legit dunkers.
Like
Yeah.
legitimate participants, yes.
Okay, so 2, but there's 4.
There are, yep.
and then the other
So we
two,
got 2
I
left
don't
now
know.
for everyone doing the homework at home.
I don't know which one is more outrageous, right? You have Cole Anthony, who has a grand total of 16 dunks in his entire NBA career. He's a guy. He's not a dunker. He's not. It's
So
just
how-
like Ricky
like-
Rubio being in the dunk contest. Like, I'm not saying he's a nice young player. I'm excited about what he's going to become. Dunking is not his thing.
So how does it happen? Like, why is he here?
So here's the thing, Michelle, is when I started like pushing back on why is Cole Anthony in this, the response
Yeah.
I got, the only response I got was, you should have seen what he did in high school. And I'm like,
2 ACLs ago.
Still
okay, but I didn't. Yeah, right. That's 2 ACLs ago.
I did it, though.
Yeah, but I didn't. Like, I look, I love a good YouTube rabbit hole as much as the next person, but I never got to Cole Anthony dunk contest in high school. Just never, it never came across.
That can't be the argument for how he got into this. There are how many players in the league? Lonnie
70.
Walker on the Spurs alone had good dunks this week. He had like 3 in one
And
game.
yet-
That would have been good enough.
And yet, Michelle, somehow, not the most egregious form of.
Oh, there's a worse? Okay.
There's worse.
I mean, who do you think is
Not-
the best dunker on the Golden State Warriors?
Or ask Michelle. Michelle, who's the best dunker on the Golden State Warriors?
If I had to
turn
just
on the
guess,
wall.
well, I'd say the kid because I like the big Kamina. I think that dude's
Kaminga.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like him
that's
a lot.
That's
a great guess, yeah.
Great guess. Great guess.
Not in the dunk contest.
Oh, not in the dunk
Who would you
contest.
say is
But
the second best?
second best? Second best
Like
dunker on the
maybe-
Warriors.
Andrew,
For whatever
Andrew
reson,
Wiggins can do
we
some crazy
forgot.
stuff, right? Like,
I mean, we've seen him dunk. Yeah, he
Yeah.
could.
Not in the,
So it's not
in the
him.
contest,
He's,
not in the
He
let's
already
say he's
got it.
older. He's in his 8th year. He doesn't do it anymore. This is a young man's game. Okay, so we can't get Kuminga because we forgot Kuminga exists. Okay, is there anybody else on the Warriors
beast.
who dunks? Anybody at all?
Not that
I've seen Gary Payton the second do some stuff.
Oh,
Gary Payton
yeah.
the second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
He's
He's young.
Not in the dunk.
Not
contest.
him though. Not him. Not him.
We're 3 Warriors in, and
Wow,
we
how many
still
Warriors
don't
are
have
there?
who got picked. Well, that's also a great question. That's why you're a great journalist, Michelle. That's a good follow-up question. We're about 20% through the roster at this point, and we haven't found a dunker to throw into the contest.
Did it have to be a Warrior? It's not
I
even.
mean, it didn't have to be, but
another great question.
But it was, and
Who is it?
It was a Warrior, and it wasn't the 3 best dunkers on the team.
So they went with the 4th best.
Juan Toscano Anderson. Now, so you're saying to yourself, I mean, hold on, is he dunking 16 times in his entire career like Cole Anthony? I say to you, no, he actually has done quite a bit. But I'm
Okay.
going to give you some numbers here, Michelle. All right,
God.
you ready for this? So Gary Payton
Yep.
has 47 dunks this season.
Shut your mouth.
This season, right?
Okay.
Bad.
Damn, that's a lot.
Kuminga, your pick, Michelle,
Yep.
your pick, Kuminga, he's got 44 dunks this year. Right?
And he's only really
44.
played like the last month. You know,
Kid's great.
He
Right.
hasn't
It's like a
gotten
wall.
regular minutes. Yeah.
I like when people run into him and he forgets how big he is, and it's just confusing for everybody. Go on.
I'm that way.
Juan
at the supermarket.
Toscano Anderson, not
like
to
a
be
wine.
shamed by his 2 teammates, he's got 47 dunks
Oh.
over the last 2 years.
Oh.
So in case you're doing the math at home, both Kuminga and Gary Payton II, who, by the way, aren't 40-minute-a-game players, have twice as many dunks as Juan Toscano Anderson.
Okay.
A piece.
So I mean, look, we're not. I don't want to be the old dusty turd that talks about what the dunk contest used to be, because it only takes a quick Google search for you young ones to understand that the greats of the greats of the greats once took part in this competition, and it's what made it amazing. That being said, how do those names become the names that we are supposed to look forward to seeing this weekend?
Let me stand up for the dunk contest here, okay? Because
Please do.
I love the dunk contest. It
Okay.
is my favorite event every single
Yeah.
year. I hate when people say, "Oh, the 3-point contest is about." No, it hasn't. You need one good dunk, and all of a sudden, everyone forgets all about Eric Gordon knocking down 19 threes or whatever that is, right? Like, it's all you need. And we're not that far removed from the greatest dunk contest in NBA history, which was Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon. That is by far the best one we've ever seen.
That's not the
Ever?
greatest.
Absolutely, way
No, that's
way
not the
better.
greatest.
Ever.
What is?
Okay.
What's better?
The greatest is Vince Carter.
I was gonna say ever is you got to put like
Absolutely.
a
Vince
like a
Carter.
border
Vince
on
Carter
that.
by
We've
far.
never had
Vin-
2 guys competing head to head like that with the amount of stuff that they did, the creativity they had. I mean,
We had one guy who
someone,
did better.
Have you ever seen
We
someone
had one guy who
catch
did more than
catch
all
an
of them.
alley oop from the free throw line? No,
All the time.
That's
I mean, no.
absurd to even think about. They don't even do that shit in video games. Like, that is not a thing. Zach LaVine did it.
They didn't do anything that Vince Carter did in video games until Vince Carter did it. Vince Carter by himself, still the greatest dunk contest of all time.
No.
I don't care that he had no competition. I don't care that literally everyone
Not his
sat
fault.
there after his first dunk. Everyone sat there and said, "Okay, he's gonna win." There was no crying about, "Oh, I don't believe I didn't get a 50. I'm gonna wear 50 from now on to remind people
Oh,
that
no.
I should get
Aaron
none of
Gordon. Aaron Gordon has been a baby about it. Don't get me wrong, but that's the greatest dunk contest we've ever seen, by far.
I will give you this. At least it's a quote unquote newer edition of all of these. It's not the old school.
2016, right? Yeah.
So I'll give you that. Like, that's within our
Sure.
And so-
short-term
it's a
memory.
great-
So what
it's
we
great.
Need, what we need is
what?
just a couple of dunks between Toppin and Jalen Green to put this thing as a great event for Saturday night. We don't need like one of the greatest ever, but we just need a couple of great dunks. We can't have them like Jeremy Evans or Donovan Mitchell. This thing, like, it can't be that. Like, we have to have.
Okay,
a
but
couple
if
of
you're-
great dunks.
Let's say you're Cole Anthony and or Juan Toscano Anderson right now, right? You're a couple of days away from this. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, what is your plan? Are you learning how to do cool dunks in the next 24 hours?
No,
or
no.
like,
If you're-
what's the strategy?
If you're Cole Anthony, you're learning how to dunk.
Okay, so
you
you're
want
doing
me
like
to
some YouTube
jump,
search.
yeah, like jump and then turn my hand over the ball.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
then bring it down forcefully, thusly. I think I got it. I think I got it. And the first time he goes up there, he forgets the ball. Like, I felt a little off.
I needed another week.
But
Call Dad.
guys,
Hey, can Uncle Larry Johnson come hang out for a little bit? I just need to.
I mean, that's like, I guess what I don't understand is why. I mean, there are definitely other options. We can name 5 in the next 2 seconds just from this week alone.
I gave you 2 from the
On the
same
Warriors,
team
on
as
his
one of the
own team.
guys.
I gave you Lonnie Walker just based on a game this week.
I
Like,
would
he had
love
2 great
Lonnie
dunks.
Walker. I would love
Right?
Lonnie Walker in the dunk contest. Yeah.
And that's just me being a homer.
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
I wonder
gotta
if
be a
Ant's
reason.
doing the thing where he's pouting because he didn't get into the
Well, he,
All-Star game, right? 'Cause-
he claims he doesn't get invites. Yeah, he claims he doesn't get invited to anything. So
Well, then
Right.
that's what I would pout. That's what I've done my whole life. It sounds like a good plan. Taking a break. We still have to talk 3-point contests because there's 37 attendees that will be taking part in that, and we want to make sure we dissect them all. Be right
let
back.
me Google him.
Hey, it's winter, which means both football and basketball are in full swing. And for many of us, there is no better way to enjoy the games than by having some skin in the game. Some of that chicken, as the great Marshawn Lynch would say, which is why BetMGM remains the exclusive betting partner of The Athletic. That's right. And as a fan of The Athletic, you can bet $10 to win $150. You heard that right. $150 plus a free 3-month subscription or extension to your subscription with The Athletic when you bet with BetMGM using our promo code. Just sign up at BetMGM.com and use the promo code TheAthleticPod at checkout to take advantage of this special offer from the king of sportsbooks. That's bet $10 to win $150 plus 3 months free from The Athletic at BetMGM.com and using the promo code TheAthleticPod at checkout. New customer offer. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions.
21 years of age or older to wager. Arizona, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia only. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Nevada, Wyoming, and Virginia, 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan, 1-800-GAMBLER in Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 800-889-9789 in Tennessee or call 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana.
Oh, welcome back. The special Amin doesn't own a coat, but he's in Cleveland edition. Zach Harper with us. It's the NBA All-Star Weekend festivities. Can't you feel it? The excitement. It's in the air. Woo! Yeah. 3-point contest. I used to love slam dunk. I obviously also used to love 3-point contests. Those of us who can't dunk, we can at least shoot 3-pointers. It makes us feel like we can relate. But there are, I want to say 22 competitors. Why? Why are there so many people in this?
You know what I miss? I miss when they used to do one guy on one side of the court and the other one on the other, and we had the split screen. I miss that. I just have all these images of
Don't they
Dan
still do
Marley in one corner and like Tim Legler in the other, and that was just what we had.
Oh, wow! Did Zach
No,
just
now it's-
make
hold
the
on.
3-point contest great again? Is that what you just did there, Zach? When Dan
you know
Marley
what? Yeah,
and
you
Tim Legler, people you could count on. and
Back when
depend.
threes were threes. Back when 3-pointers meant something.
But it's true. We have 8 competitors.
Hot-dogging.
Do we have an issue or a standout favorite amongst these 8? I don't even. Fred VanVleet.
I don't want.
We
I
talked
don't
to
have an
Fred
issue. I think
VanVleet
it's a good
on the
pick.
radio, so I'm
good-
rooting for him. That's really the
Oh,
only
that's.
thing.
See, are you still doing that this far along in your career? You're like, I talked to him, so I'm rooting for him.
Zach has a
Because he's the only one I really remember is in it.
Fair enough. That's better than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's
it-
Patty
yours?
Mills,
What's
but
yours?
that's just because I
Oh,
love
yeah,
Patty
Patty.
Mills.
Oh, I love Patty. I wouldn't mind Patty winning
That's
that thing,
cornier
yeah.
than what he just did.
What are you talking about?
right.
Once a spur,
Well, he-
always a
he-
spur.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I was with you until you said that. Now I'm out.
Wow. I'm sorry, you guys, that I love something. Okay, try it. Try loving something. But the rest of these guys, I mean,
I've tried.
CJ
Not for
McCollum.
me.
no.
Dre-
I'll tell you.
Didn't work
I'll
out.
tell you.
Not for me.
I'll tell you who I
overrated.
got. I'll give you.
Okay,
I'll
talk
give
to
you the
me.
name. Right. I'll give you.
I feel like we should be betting on all this.
Oh, let's do that. Let's all go
Right?
to Vegas.
You- might as
Lane
well.
because he's yeah.
Yeah, you got to be.
I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted it. Oh yeah, give me Bane. God, we give Gotham back to you.
Just for the listener at home, he means Desmond Bain of the Memphis Grizzlies, not the Batman villain.
Which would have been cooler if it was
Actually,
the Batman villain, but honestly,
that
like
ridiculous. What's more ridiculous, Michelle? The Bane Batman villain in the 3-point contest, or Juan Toscano Anderson in the dunk contest? Like, which one
that's
makes
a
more
great
sense?
point. No, the other one makes more sense because NBA is always doing tie-ins with big cinematic features.
There's
so
a
that would have
Batman movie
actually
coming out, right?
100%. That would have made more sense. See, we got to do marketing for them. You know, I'm going to
I
laugh
hope
my
Juan
ass
Toscano
off when
wins
Juan
now.
Toscano Anderson wins the dunk
I
contest. I'm
hope
going to go
he
ahead and put
wins.
20 on it.
I hope
20
he
on
wins.
Toscano Anderson. I
DraftKings,
hope he does too.
What are the props? What are the odds? Is that the
I wish I knew. I'm in
terminology?
Texas. Not allowed to do it. I have no idea. Yeah, what's the
That's
stupidest
the
thing
one
I've
thing
ever
you
heard.
can't do in Texas.
The
is
one-
gamble. They're just
yeah,
like,
I could shoot anybody,
What?
but
It's
I
so
can't.
Weird. What is that? What is that about Texas? It's like they're like, our freedoms. Like, hey, can I buy a joint? The devil's grass.
What kind of drug addict are you? No, you're right. I can't get pot, and I can't bet on things on my app on my phone like every other state. But I can walk into a grocery store fully loaded. So sit on that, you
I like to
weirdos,
walk-
you
that
weird
could mean
commies.
drunk. That could mean armed. Like, I don't know what that means.
Actually, you're right. It can be both. Killing it. Any predictions for all kidding? I know we're three very cynical human beings on this thing right now. Do we expect to be entertained at all this weekend? What is something to look forward to? We ripped the celebrity game yesterday. That is a roster for the ages. But what can I get pumped about?
My Uber
Get your
driver,
Google box out.
My Uber driver drove the personal assistant of whatever Bollywood star is in this.
Oh,
and
my Ranveer Singh.
Yes, and my Uber driver was so excited to tell me that this Bollywood star's personal assistant is a white woman from Amsterdam, but she has an Indian accent.
This sounds like an
Yes.
inside betting scoop.
It was crazy. He's like, it's like she's.
How did he know all this?
Because Chatty Cathy Uber drivers in Cleveland, they don't believe in respecting the quiet preferred on the conversation.
I was gonna say, do they not have it? Yeah, aren't you that guy?
Didn't matter. I had sunglasses.
No.
Even though, as you can see, there is no sun. I had a hoodie on. I had AirPods in. Straight conversation the whole ride. So at one point, you're just like, might as well give in. But I learned about the personal assistant. The
The guy's got like 40 million followers on Instagram. Clearly, there are a lot of fans of Ranveer Singh.
But like,
been
can
a
we
Bollywood
say
actor.
that doesn't? Let me just stop.
What? That doesn't matter how many followers you have?
No, it's just.
Yes, it does. It's everything.
It's everything.
It's not just that. It's like
That's all of our worth.
At Talk
when you're
Hoops on
dealing
all
with-
social platforms.
when you're dealing with countries with massive populations. Like,
Sure.
isn't it a little less meaningful? Like right? Like, it's a little less meaningful to have 40 million
So
followers.
no, I would have given you that argument, except for the Puerto Rican rapper that is also on the roster. Puerto Rico. We did some research yesterday. Puerto Rico's population is not as
Unwell,
large as
right?
his following. It's like and it's like he's got like 26 million followers.
I
So-
respect that. I respect that a
That's
lot.
something.
26 million followers out of an island that has like 4 million people.
Yeah,
and
something like that.
Maybe,
So
maybe another
Amin's stance
10
on this is some countries, the people who live there just don't count.
That's
No,
what
I'm
hearing.
not impressed. What I'm
but-
saying is I'm not impressed.
Wow,
Yeah,
and they don't
like,
impress you.
Calm down, Shania Twain. It's not like it doesn't matter if that impresses you much, all right?
I'm sorry, but by the way,
Hollywood's
here's
gonna crumble because Amin Elhassan isn't impressed by someone's IG follower count.
But here's my argument. We all live in America. We are Americans, I guess, to a certain extent, whatever the hell that means anymore. But we don't have, what do we have, 300, 400 million followers or people in this country? None of us are sniffing even a quarter of the population of this country. Like, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
basically there, yeah. Like, but you know,
I'm a couple weeks away of really pushing it.
give or take.
TikTok, maybe. Get my
Yeah.
TikTok rolling. I mean, you're just a hater. That's
I'm just
38
saying,
million
like,
followers.
If I had 38 million followers, but there are a billion people in India, right? So 38
What a
million
weird hill to die
divided by. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, are you doing math for us? Let me write it
I
down.
am doing math. Yes. So
Hold on,
38
okay.
million
I'll write it
divided
down.
by 1.
Sure.
10,000,
Go on.
100,000, a million.
Oh, you're doing math and you're out loud.
oh, what's good is you're mumbling it into the microphone. So that's good podcasting right
This
there.
is good
That's-
podcasting 101.
0.038 of the pod. So times 300 million
Okay.
equals. It would be like having 11 million followers on Instagram here. So if I had 11 million
That's a
followers
lot.
on Instagram,
Bro.
here,
That's a lot.
Machine Gun Kelly, who's supposed to be hot right now, has like 8. So
okay. So
Your
do you
argument's
think Machine Gun
garbage.
Kelly? Hold on. Do you think Machine Gun Kelly would play in the Indian All-Star Celebrity All-Star game there? No. People will say, who is
I think
this guy?
Machine Gun Kelly would go wherever he was asked to be at this point. Yes. The Mario Lopez
No,
school
they
of
wouldn't ask him.
appearances.
I'm
Never
saying
say
they
no.
wouldn't ask him.
Agreed.
They would never allow him to be there because they would say, "What? You only have like less than 4% of the population of your country following
This
you."
is a weird argument for you, Amin.
don't know,
It really
But
is.
do you assume that everybody in that country is on Instagram? That's
Right?
also weird. Like, how many people in that country are on Instagram?
Yeah,
In
Instagram
India?
specific.
Yes.
I bet you there are more people.
Look it up.
in
Look it up right
India
now, you
on
coward.
Instagram.
Talking
than
out of
there
our
are-
asses right
Yeah.
now.
No. This is my scientific research. There are
looking
more
into the
people
air, which is where
on
it is.
Instagram in India than there are
Okay.
U.S. citizens total.
So yeah, Michelle, I'd say
Instagram?
that I'm looking forward to like Giannis at the All-Star weekend. I think that's to answer your question.
I know.
think he's
Oh,
always fun.
Instagram is the most popular in India, 180 million users, followed by the United States, 170 million users.
Okay, so he's
So he's got a
blowing the
third.
competition- Yeah, so he's got a third of it.
Bro,
He's blowing them
you're
out
dead.
of the water.
You lost this one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a third
Accept your
of-
defeat.
So he's got 4
The
times
potential
what you said
users.
he would have in the U.S.
It's all math, bro. If it's 180, but they have a population of 1 billion, clearly not as many people. We have a third of our entire population on Instagram, and
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly only has 8.
And
And,
at
I
least half
can't
of
believe it.
those are
46.
Russian
I'm arguing
bots.
about this. Yeah, thank you. Or they're there for Megan Fox pictures. They don't even
Right,
give a shit about
exactly.
Machine Gun
Exactly.
Kelly. Why are you making me argue this? I'm 46 years old, Amin. This is a low point for me right now, having to do this argument with you, because followers mean nothing.
potato.
Let's take a break. When we come back, real shit. Oscars. Now we can really argue. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Check them out at betterhelp.com/whatdidimiss. The best way to think about therapy is through a bunch of analogies. So we get our cars tuned up to prevent bigger issues down the road. We get annual checkups and go to the gym to maintain physical wellness and prevent injury and disease. We do chores regularly. Well, some of us, to avoid a giant mess of a house. Going to therapy is like all of these. It's routine maintenance for your mental and emotional wellness to prevent bigger issues down the road. Going to therapy doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means you're investing in yourself to keep your mind healthy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Why invest in everything else and not your mind? This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and What Did I Miss listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/whatdidimiss. That's BETTERHELP.com/whatdidimiss. Welcome back. If you guys don't know, the gentleman here today, Zach and Amin, have a Cinephobe podcast that
What's Cinephobe?
I've never been asked to be on. I don't know. Why don't you guys talk about it? What is Cinephobe?
Well, it's the podcast where Zach and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, try to ascertain whether they are accurately poorly rated or maybe they didn't get a fair shake.
Wow,
It's
I wonder who
Cinephobe.
produces that.
It's produced by Anthony Mays.
Oh shit! Where can you
Yeah.
get it?
You get wherever you get podcasts.
Wherever
That's a great place.
I get podcasts.
Wherever you get podcasts.
Son of a
Wow.
I found out that
All
there's
of
a
the places.
Google podcast, by the way. I was like, what? But we're there.
Really?
We're there.
Well, that makes sense,
Yeah.
actually. That's
Well,
yeah.
if you can give us 5 stars on Google Podcasts, do it.
I know. Then we can get our followers
you
up,
wanna-
and then Amin will think we're actually worth a damn. So that'll be great. Well, the reason why this is a good thing is because the Oscar nominations came out. We even have hosts now. Like that's finally been official. I mean, 2/3 are fine, I guess. So, are there any? I wonder if we agree on. Wait,
We
Oh,
definitely do.
Do we agree on the
guarantee we all agree.
2/3?
I guarantee we all agree. Yeah.
you think so?
Yeah. I sure.
If you don't know who they are, just Google the 3 names and then you'll know too.
Well, no, I could. It's Wanda Sykes. It's Regina Hall.
No. Don't give them the name. Like, let them do the work. Let them.
And a
like,
third.
Google,
But
find
that's not
out.
good podcasting. Now you're asking them to go be distracted somewhere else. Yeah.
Right. What's wrong with you? It takes me
Yeah,
4
no,
seconds to
second
tell them.
screen.
And
Michelle
Amy
named
Schumer.
Michelle, well, I was going to say Michelle named the good ones, but yeah. All right.
I did name the good ones. The other one was named separately.
Yes.
That was on purpose. Any nominations? Truth be told, I've watched like 1.5 of the movies that are even being talked about in any of these Oscar categories. But are there any that we need to be super excited about? Oscar wise, or any that we
good
should be
question.
pissed about? I was always pissed about. But.
I'm looking up I got to double check the best actor award.
Zach has no idea.
Oh, I can tell you that.
He's Googling all this for the first time.
I can tell you,
Okay.
best actor is Andrew Garfield, Benedict Cumberbatch, Javier Bardem, Denzel, and Will Smith.
All right, this is I'm sick of this shit. I got to be honest. I am.
I'm glad we looked it up for you to tell us that.
So thank you for that.
I'm sick of this
Wow.
ignorance towards one of the greatest thespians of our time, who came out with a movie last year that touched hearts throughout the land. Nicolas Cage in the movie Pig is
yes.
a revelation. I'm sorry, but Andrew Garfield didn't outact him. Will Smith did not outact him. Cumberbatch, get out of here.
No. Come on, he barely said 3 words.
Hold
I've
on.
heard
Highly
Denzel's
overrated.
very good in Tragedy of Macbeth, so I won't say that. And
I mean,
Bardem's
it's
Bardem, so
Macbeth.
I'm there.
It's all
but
acting.
You're telling me he wasn't better than Garfield or Cumberbatch or Will Smith?
I mean,
He's
it's
gonna lose. He
Macbeth.
loses out in
It's all-
nomination to a cat who loves lasagna. Are you kidding me? This is Nicolas fucking
on.
Cage. This is
Hold
an
on, hold
Academy
on.
Award-winning actor. This
It
is
is.
the man who stole the Declaration of Independence, removed his face and put John Travolta's fat face on there. He saved an airplane full of convicts, and he did it all with just the most charisma, hair blowing in the wind. And then what did he do in Pig? He went out there and he went in searching for his truffle pig because
Yeah.
someone stole it and he wasn't having it, and he did a beautiful job, and I'm sick of this.
All right. I mean, who's arguing this, Amin?
Well, I was going to argue until I realized that Andrew Garfield was nominated for the movie Tick, Tick,
Tick, Tick.
Boom. I
What
thought
would you think he was nominated for? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Yeah, he did such a good
No!
job. with
Social,
Spider-Man.
social
He was
Network, you thought that was
amazing.
getting a late ad?
He was amazing in Spider-Man. He did a great job. I was really sold that he was Spider-Man from another universe, trying to kind of figure out.
I thought Tom Holland was Spider-Man.
He's the Spider-Man as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
well,
okay.
I
spoiler,
don't want to have
spoiler
that
alert.
argument right now.
I haven't
Well,
seen
the
it.
multiverse, we have all the Spider-Men in there. So.
Yeah, all the Spider-Mans were able to stop what they were doing for a few
And-
minutes, get together.
And I learned that Andrew Garfield is actually a really great actor, and it was just the writers on those old Spider-Man movies that were terrible. Because when you give him
Great
a
actor might
modern
be a little
script,
strong
oh,
here.
great, he's nominated.
You're
for
basing it
for
on this
best actor.
Spider-Man?
You know
Yeah,
who's
but he's
won
also
one?
playing
Nick
like a-
Cage. You know who else played Spider-Man? Nick Cage. In that
Poorly.
multiverse one, whatever that one, I don't know, the cartoon one that they did.
Yeah.
He was in the black Spider-Man suit.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
pull. All right.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
you said black.
So are you
dirty.
protesting the Oscars just based on the Nick Cage snub? Is that fair?
100%,
That's what's happening.
for the like 30th straight year? Yes, I am. He has, like, I don't remember the last time. I think maybe he was nominated for adaptation. So what was that, like 98? So yes, for like 25 years, 24 years now, I am boycotting
fair.
the Oscars.
That's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
you know
I mean,
what's funny?
you agree?
Well, no, I'm looking at the list of nominees and all these different movies, and I
so
realized
many.
that the voters have to, at some point, they've got to be doing what I'm doing, right? Which is, for instance, I'm looking at Best Supporting Actor. No, I'm looking at Best Supporting Actor, and I said,
Yep.
I haven't seen Being the Ricardos, but I know J.K.
Nope.
Simmons is a good actress, so that's my pick.
Oh,
I don't
1,000%.
So,
I'm
like
okay
sight
with
unseen. I like J.K. Simmons. He's getting it, right?
Yeah, he's
Best
great in those
supporting-
insurance commercials. I'm going to go with him.
Oh, yeah, he was a
we
great
are
Eminem.
farmers.
great.
Dum, 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 dum.
That's how this is happening, by the way. Because not you're
Judi Dench.
who's yeah. I
Best
mean, she's
supporting
Dame.
it's Dame.
She's a dame. Yeah.
You're a dame.
Dame
Once you're a
time.
dame, you're always in. Yeah. Yeah. Best supporting actor is I don't know 3 of. Oh, I did see Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog. Either I'm stupid or that was highly overrated.
May
I-
I say the same thing about Licorice Pizza?
Okay.
I've heard a lot
Overrated?
of people say that about
Like-
Licorice Pizza. A lot of people said Licorice Pizza was Anderson basically doing like an impersonation of himself, making a movie.
Right.
Really?
It's like I went in, and granted, I went in with high expectations because a bunch of my friends had seen it already. We were talking it up like, oh, it's so great, so great. So I went in with higher expectations than I should have. But I
Fair.
watched it, I was like, that was fine.
You
The
had
idea that
high
it
hopes?
might be the best picture, like, that's crazy to me. That he might be the best director for that, that's crazy to me.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have 37 Best Picture nominee. Like, well, why? Why?
Why
What is
did
the
they change
participation
that?
ribbon crap?
It used to be 5.
I don't know.
Right? It used to be 5.
Yeah, it used to be 5.
Yeah, and that was plenty. Now it's basically
No.
every movie that you could possibly see. Anything that you stands out for you, Amin? Because we got to take a break and we come back. It's categories we want to see, and that's where I really think we'll prosper.
I'll just say that I haven't seen most of these movies. I tried to download Nightmare Alley like 7 times, and it won't download because HBO Max is the worst app in the world. I thought King Richard. I think Will Smith did a good job, but the movie itself isn't that great. It's a very it's like imagine if you made a movie about your dad who you love very much, right? It just it's not gonna be a very it's not gonna
Papa.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Papa Harper and his Instagram.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The DMs just sending the same video to people. Jerome knows. Jerome's listening. He sends them to Jerome too.
Oh, I love it so much.
I had to like make sure with Zach. It's like, are you related to this William Harper? Because I see you follow him, and he sends me stuff all the time, and I'm like, who is this?
He doesn't know what he's doing.
That warms my heart, honestly.
he's the best.
I like
He's
it.
the best.
I like it. And my dad doesn't even. I don't think he has Instagram. Fine, we're gonna take a break. Our last one, and we come back. A quick sort of categories we'd like to see, and then we're gonna let Amin go enjoy the Cleveland nightlife.
I thought you said last wine.
I mean, it's gonna be my first wine, but yeah, we could probably start there. Here we go. Welcome back, Oscars. NBA like just all kinds of crap. But the Oscar nominations came out along with the hosts. And there are categories that we're all used to seeing, and it's fine. But there are categories that we really believe, or at least I think, that the Academy is missing out on not embracing. They've obviously evolved over the years. You have 10 nominees now for Best Picture, which means they're open to nomination ideas, I would think. So I'm going to start with, I wish there was more of an emphasis, if you will, on comedy and comedic performances. Now, I know years have gone by where perhaps there weren't hilarious movies, but there's always at least one or two. And I don't think they get the love they should.
But also, Michelle, don't you think that if that was an emphasis for the nominations for categories, we would get more comedies made and more effort towards making great
That'd be
comedies?
great.
Like, I really think that would help boost that genre.
I'd like to think so.
The other thing is funny is that they typically look down on comedies. Like the Hollywood establishment looks down on comedies. But to me, like, comedy's a lot harder to do than
Agreed.
drama, right? I'm not saying drama's easy. I'm just saying it's harder to
you're
be a
never
comedian. To be
That's a great point. No, you are right. Because when I used to do entertainment, when you would interview like serious drama actors on their own without a script, more times than not, but then you'd interview the guys that were both funny and they were always more interesting. They already had a personality. They were smart and witty because being funny is harder.
And how many people, you see so many people who start out as comedic actors become the great actors of our time, like Tom Hanks.
Robin
right?
Williams, late great.
But how many times you see the opposite, right? Like someone who's known as serious cross over to being a pretty funny guy. I can only think of one. Leslie Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen started his career as like a serious dramatic actor, and then he made Airplane, and then after that, everything changed for him.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen Daniel Day-Lewis make anybody laugh.
No,
never.
He's not funny.
I mean,
he's not a funny
I'd
guy.
love to see it.
No,
not funny.
Because part of being funny requires a level of empathy that I think great dramatic actors, by and large, don't have. They don't have.
Fine,
that.
then we agree.
Yeah, his idea of comedy is probably like, oh, they gave me a 1998 bottle of wine instead of a 96. Amateurs. Like, that's probably to him is the funniest shit in the world.
That's yeah. Oh God, I wonder what he does. What if he has like a sick, twisted sense of humor?
I bet
if you
he
ever
loves
cast him,
Two Broke Girls. I bet
Well,
he
here's
just
the
like
thing.
knows every season of it.
He really
shout out
does.
to Whitney Cummings. This is what I want.
Shout out
If
Beth
he's
Bear.
in a period piece that's set in the 90s, like, do you think he's only
Like a
using
Dazed and
dial-up?
Confused.
Yeah, is he only using dial-up internet? Is it because he's a method actor, right? His whole thing is like,
Yeah.
he gets so into
I want him to
character.
do this.
Like, he just uses dial-up. He's wearing like Jinko jeans and stuff. He's
I believe we
Bubble
had
Vest.
Z
Friends.
Cavaricis. Bubble vests over hoodies. Oh, huge in the 90s for the eccentrics.
You're wearing a bubble vest, man.
The kids at that other table. in
This
the
thing right
cafeteria.
here.
Yeah.
The kids at the other table. I got this vest from Lucasfilm, by the way. This was an authentic
so it was free?
vest.
Or
No,
you bought
no,
it?
I paid for it. I bought it. Yeah,
you
this
paid
is
for it.
these were the
Merch.
XS vests from when they were making The Force Awakens. Everyone on the crew got one of these. It's got a little thing on the back here with the embroidered.
That means
it
nothing
says
to
what
me.
it is.
By the way, if you thought this was going to go against the nerd argument, you didn't think that one out.
He
did not-
accused a producer on radio yesterday of being a nerd because she was like excited about the Lord of the Rings franchise, and then I'm just
Amin.
like,
That is no self-awareness.
That's-
She was talking about Sauron and the desolation of smog.
You're like the biggest nerd I know when it comes to this stuff. Like, not even close.
yeah, you did the
I-
cool
I-
shit like walk through the Fast and Furious 8 set in Cleveland.
Come on.
That's the last time I was
I
in Cleveland.
did.
Walked through that, and oh my god, it was a religious
I did that
experience
too.
because that's real cinema.
No, that is real
didn't
cinema.
know. I didn't know what it was. I was walking and I see this huge pileup of cars just smashing each other. And at the top was like a motorcycle, a police motorcycle, and the lights were still going. And it's just a mountain of this like crash. I'm like, oh my god! I'm fumbling for my phone. I gotta go dial 911. Like people have died clearly. And then I'm like, where is everybody? And then someone yells, "You're in the shot." And I'm like, what?
Bad
That's
security, by the way,
awesome.
that you could just
Yeah,
walk into
right?
the shot. Yeah,
That you
But
can
that's-
walk
but that's-
in all
that's Cleveland.
stupid-faced. Boop, boop, boop.
That
That is
that's Cleveland,
ridiculous.
right? That's Cleveland. It's
That
like
is,
there's
that's fair.
it's so abandoned that when they want to
I
shoot
love it.
movies, they don't even have to cordon anything off. They're just like, just go ahead. Just
I love
shoot.
the idea of like
Just a me.
of just a deleted scene in Fast and Furious 8 where it's just a pile up and then Amin walks in like practicing his Chewbacca noise, like just like just,
Oh no,
dude.
people have died.
I'm telling you, it was my initial reaction was like I yelped and I looked around. I was looking for an adult somewhere, and there was nothing. And so I took out my phone and my hands were trembling as I'm trying
Oh
to
my
get to the
God. Way to
get
keep
to
it
the
cool,
part where-
bro.
I mean,
I do
dude,
not want you on my side in an emergency.
no, my God, what
We
a
already know
choke
that.
job there.
Yo,
Jesus, Ben
dude.
Simmons, like why don't you like get some
Speaking
action?
of an
going?
emergency, I just because it's All-Star Weekend. It reminds Michelle. Do you remember when we went from L.A. to New Orleans for All-Star Weekend? And Michelle
parts of
doesn't
it, yes.
like. She doesn't like to fly, right? I don't think I'm
No, I
giving
don't.
away any secrets. She doesn't like to
No,
fly.
not a secret.
So like she'll take something to like help her relax and go to sleep. But
It's called airplane candy.
Before she does though, like she looks at me and she says, "You know, if this plane goes down, no one's gonna know you were on it, right?"
Accurate.
Well, this was at the
Michelle
height of my
Beadle
career.
dies in fiery plane crash.
This was years ago. Now, by the way, now now they would know I was on the plane. See,
Yeah, there you
And
go.
Roles
Star
reversed,
Wars
left and right.
enthusiast. An unnamed
Star
Star Wars
Wars
enthusiast.
nerd alert. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, we're done. We're done. I can't.
I have
I
one
want to just
category.
do
I have
this
one
every
category.
week. Oh yeah, no, shoot. Sorry, what?
I believe in the MTV Movie Awards. I think there should be a Best Kiss in the Oscars.
Oh, I bet you would. You sick pervert.
Yeah.
Can't you get your rocks off in other ways?
I've tried. It doesn't work.
At the, I love the idea that that's the only way that Zach gets off is watching the MTV Movie Awards.
Just waiting every
And the
year
be-
for
the
Best
best kiss.
Kiss.
Come on, Best
And
Kiss.
if it's
Kiss.
not
Come on.
if it's not the winner that
on.
I needed, it's well. Hold on. I mean, we don't need that image.
Sweating,
I'm sweating right
Jerome
now.
did not
Furiously-
make that an Instagram.
furiously,
Edit.
furiously pumping on the.
I believe.
Jergens. More,
But he's all
more.
serious about. I believe in the MTV
I
Awards.
believe in the MTV
mean,
Awards. I believe
that's
in
fair.
the Best Kiss. Yeah.
Is there a good kiss in every? Like, I don't know that every movie every year has a kiss that would even qualify as best
We'd
kiss.
start
No,
getting
there's
some
no
better
way-
sex scenes
Michelle.
and some better kisses.
That's a great
You're
point.
telling me that we go 12 months without a single movie with a good kiss in it?
Well, think about it. What were the movies I watched? I watched the Power of the Dog one, which maybe they had like a lip on lip kiss. That was about it. And then I watched the Leonardo DiCaprio Jennifer Lawrence one. There weren't any kisses in that.
No, doesn't he like get it on with
Yeah.
with Kate
Oh, Kate
Yeah.
Blanchett.
Kate
Yeah.
Blanchett. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, who's
Blanchett.
unrecognizable. Blanchett.
the one.
It's Kate Blanchett.
Eat it, Amin.
No, it's not.
Eat it.
No, it's not.
Eat
Like
it.
Blanchett.
I had Blanchett.
Yeah, thank you.
Blanchett, not
Blanchett?
Blanchett. There's
No,
Like Blanchett.
no.
Kate Blanchett.
We've had this argument on the
No
radio.
way.
He's lost
and
it
I
there.
won.
He'll lose it here.
I didn't.
How did
we
you
brought
win?
in
Did she
Ben-
call in?
No, Ben Lyons called in and he told he's interviewed her on
doesn't
the
mean
red
anything.
carpet.
You know what? F Ben Lyons. He doesn't know.
He thinks the Knicks
Shoot.
are good.
Thank you. No offense, Ben Lyons, but you
Yeah,
do
love
think the
you.
Knicks
Yeah,
are good.
yeah. You think the Knicks are good.
Guys, once a week, let's do this. Sounds like a plan. Amin, I'm so not jealous of where you are right now. Zach, you maybe a little bit more. LA sounds lovely this time of year. Love you both. Enjoy the All-Star festivities. I can't wait to mock something else with you in a time coming up. By the way, this is a podcast. You're going to want to listen, review, all those things that everyone says. It's all professional. 631-397-0403 is the number to leave a really inappropriate voicemail about everything you've heard today. Thank you.
Best kiss.